Good afternoon, YouTube. Okay, I'm gonna say it. I was majorly ambitious, suggesting that I would do one video for each section of the Bible. Genesis alone, which I finished last night, I did read it all the way through. Within the first so many pages, I had this many notes. This many. Now this is talking up to, where was I? Cain and Abel. Right, now that's only up to that point, so I think we're just going to have to do separate videos because there's no way that I can put in all the research, all the thoughts, everything that I've wanted to put into this in one video at a time for each section. I would have to either miss out loads or really overload you with majorly long, expansive videos, which is fine, but I want you guys to be able to enjoy this while I'm doing it, so I'm going to do it properly. Okay, so first off, there is in the beginning. It's, as far as creation stories go, the whole point of them is they're nothing more than a fairy tale. That's what they are. They are, no matter what religion you're looking at. All creation stories have the exact same point. God created the earth, and this is why. And the reason that we're putting a creation story in is because up to a certain point we can explain it. So as an explanation, and as something that would have been told to our great grandfathers and grandmothers, I guess it makes sense. It's fair enough. It's a nice enough story. If you're going to choose a way to describe how the earth came into existence, making it as romantic as coming together in 7 days is not that bad. Really. It's a bit ridiculous, like, for example, he makes the night and the day before he actually makes the earth, separates the water from an expanse of water that he looks over this mass expanse. I'm actually going to read you the quote now, hold on. Now the earth was formless and empty. Darkness was over the surface of the deep. Explain to me how there can be a surface of anything that has no form. Because I think this is suggested because it then goes on to separate the... I'll quote again. And God said, "Let there be an expanse between the waters to separate water from water." So God made the expanse and separated the water under the expanse from the water above it. And it was so. God called the expanse sky, and there was evening, and there was morning, and the second day. I'm actually going to put a link in the description about the water that has been separated, that is above the expanse being sky. It'll be something that will come up as a major nagging point, probably later in this video for one, because I'm putting the links in there, but also when we get to the H2O heavy part of Genesis, aka Noah and the Ark. So, what happened to the water above the expanse? Above the sky. We'll get there. Right. Apart from that, right, it isn't that bad. Again, it's a creation story. Creation stories are ridiculous. They were made in a time when we couldn't explain it by science, and also when science wasn't even considered to have another answer. God had all the answers because we weren't trying to consider how else the earth could have come into existence. Nobody actually went, I wonder if we went boom into existence. And technically we didn't go boom, we sort of expanded like a balloon under pressure. Whoosh. Like that. Like if you blow up a condom. Whoosh. Yeah, I said it. Right. The other thing that I want to point out, and I'm pointing it out now because it wasn't actually something that was a serious problem for me, but it made me, in advance, go... I said that I wasn't going to try... I was going to try and ignore contradictions that I knew about already. I said that I wasn't going to think about them. I was going to be really la-di-da, light and bunnies and fluffy rainbows for reading this. But I decided that, you know what, this really annoys me and I'm going to remember it for when I get to Adam and Eve. Okay. Genesis 1:29. Then God said, "I give you every seed-bearing plant on the face of the whole earth, and every tree that has fruit with seed in it. These will be yours for food." Now, this he says in the beginning. Okay? He says this in the beginning, and he's giving the earth to man. Everything belongs to man, and the entire world is covered in flora and fauna, and everything's beautiful, and the world has been created and God sees it as good. Okay? So just remember that. Again, we'll get there. Right. The one thing at the very end, just as something to rip to shreds, was, why does God need a rest day? God is meant to be omnipotent, all-powerful, he's meant to be all these amazing things, yet God needed a day off. Now, Mr. Omnipotent, all-powerful, why did he need to take a day to chillax after creating the universe? Anyone? Well, my running theory is that they were trying to humanize their concept of God, because God made man in his image, and if man needs rest, then God needs rest. It's one of those things that is an obvious error that was started way, way back when it was written by men writing a holy book for us all to follow. And they just assumed that if God is going to be in our image, if we're going to talk about an almighty being who we've been created by, then of course he's going to need to rest when he takes on the massive task of creating our universe. And since we couldn't see past our universe, to us the earth was all it was. And when I go like that, I also mean like that. We were flat, we were earth flat. So that's just the running theory on why God needed a day off. But just saying, if you're going to have an all-powerful God, go and make him all-powerful. Nah. Okay, so what else did I write down here? So why also did he not just put everything together? Why didn't he just decide, right, well, what am I going to do today? Getting kind of bored of the expanse. What experiments can I start with today? La-di-da-di-da-di-da. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to create Earth. And it's going to be all water and land and trees and fish and little 8p things that are going to wander about the place and worship me. Okay. Ta-da! Ping! Universe. Or rather, Earth. The universe isn't... The universe isn't really discussed per se. Bang! So why didn't he? It's just... Was it for dramatic emphasis? Was it for the sake of those that would be writing the Bible? Maybe it was. I don't know. If there is a God, he's a very dramatic so-and-so, apparently. Okay, so now we're going to move on, because I don't particularly feel that there was that much in the beginning that really, really irked me. Again, that in itself was just something that made me go, another creation story. They are really much all the same sort of thing. They are all rather illogical and ridiculous, but at the end of the day, they are just that, stories. So take from that what you will. Hey YouTube, look, it's dark, it's horrible, it's just disgusting out today, and I've been neglecting you guys horribly. I'm sticking this little disclaimer on the end of this video because I don't have time to actually edit up and put together the Adam and Eve up to the Great Flood video today. I was hoping to get both these videos up at the same time because I was planning to do them all as one big video. Basically, it just didn't work out. So this video is going up, wee disclaimer at the end, and I will have the video on Adam and Eve up for you on Sunday, probably Sunday evening. I'm going to spend the day doing a lot of research. I've got lots of descriptions, I've got lots of links in this description for you guys to pay attention to, because hopefully you'll do your research in advance, and then you'll know exactly what I'm ranting about come Sunday, when I put up a rant about, crazy Noah's flaming ark. Okay, now I love yous all very much, and sub me, whatever, please, and forgive my editing skills because they're crap.